Good afternoon. My name is Lindsay Rabinius, and the global issue that I will be discussing today is public health in medicine and how it is not offered to every person in the world. The reason why I chose this topic is because to me, there are three things that a person needs to survive, and that is food, water, and medicine or medical attention. It is a known fact that there is not one person that has lived on this earth that has not needed medical attention in some sort of way once in their life. Yet the sad fact is that this need is not always met. So to me, this is one of the biggest global issues that needs to be addressed today. The global significance to this is that even though the US itself is far from coming up with a solution to nationwide health insurance, the globe is even further from this. Some issues can only be national, and I can come to terms with that. But something as important as a person getting medical attention when they need it is completely a global issue because it affects each person in the same way. Whether you are poor or rich, every person deserves the same amount of medical attention as their peers. What I want to know is why the solution has not happened yet, what problems will arise if we try to implement this, and what specifically needs to be done for this to be achieved. I think the reason why I want to know is decently self-explanatory. It's confusing to me that global health insurance is not already something that is offered and something that has been offered for a long time now. We are so technologically advanced and have come a long way in our globe's history, and yet something as simple as global health insurance is not yet a thing. These questions need to be answered so I can begin to understand why and what we have to do to get this done. So, to accomplish this, I have come up with three different disciplinary perspectives to help answer these questions. The three different disciplinary perspectives that I have chosen to focus on are political, economical, and social aspects of this global issue. These three perspectives encompass each side of this issue and will help me uncover what exactly is causing this issue. So first, I am going to talk about the individual's role. The individual's role in this global issue is that without we the people discussing this issue and making it a reality in each person's everyday discussions, then it will be swept under the rug and not taken care of, just like so many problems that have occurred in our past and like the problems that are currently taking place as well. They also need to make this a public topic so they can get their state's representatives' attention and get them talking about it as well. Now I'm going to talk about the nation's role. The nation's role in this is to first look within itself and figure out why it doesn't have nationwide health insurance, and then broach this subject on a global level as well. The effects on national identity is that right now, since we do not define ourselves as a nation that provides health insurance, we will not be able to achieve global health insurance until we ourselves have it. National identity is a difficult mindset to change, and an immense amount of work will need to take place for this change to occur. Now, the global role. The global role is simple. Come together and realize that this issue is one of the most serious issues that we have today. Without global interconnectedness, this issue will not be able to be resolved because we will all have to work together as a globe, not as individual countries, to get this achieved. There have been very few incidents in our past where this has taken place, so I hope someday soon we will be able to accomplish this. Now I'm going to transition into political and policy implications. The political and policy concerns would be that the Democrats and Republicans are going to have very different opinions about how this policy should be implicated, and therefore it may never get put into place or may not be able to be the best policy that it can be because they will not be able to work together to find a solution. The biggest problem with this issue is that right now it is not even being addressed because people are not able to look at it as being an actual global issue. Like I have said before, this issue needs to be recognized as a global issue by each nation before anything will be accomplished. This issue can be addressed to the satisfactory of as many stakeholders as possible by broaching it as something that affects each person directly, even if they already have good coverage. There is always the fear that something will happen to your job and you could lose your health insurance, or you will not have enough money to pay for the plan that you already have. This is this way to everyone, so it will make the stakeholders look at it in a very personal way. There are obviously exponential benefits to global healthcare that do not need to be pointed out. The challenges, however, are a very different story. I believe there will be many unforeseen challenges with this because, just like with any other issue, there are always challenges that arise that could not be foreseen. But some obvious challenges will be that each nation has their own medical practices that they will want implemented. Medicine is a tricky word to define because different cultures have different meanings for it. Global news media would be extremely helpful in communicating these ideas. First, we would need the US media outlets to broadcast these ideas because then they would be able to get the ball rolling. What needs to be done is it needs to be presented in a very personal fashion so it gets people thinking about how it directly affects them. Social networking will also be a key component to the success of this movement. Again, making it a personal issue with help. Social networking does just this. It makes things feel socially personal and engages people from different backgrounds with one another. With this being said, technology will be the best method for communicating with stakeholders, and examples of these methods would be video chats, emails, and even physical meetings. Technology will not only be a huge component with stakeholders, it will be a huge component when it comes to global awareness as well. Technology can address this issue because it will be able to bring global awareness so much quicker by using outlets such as media and social networking, like I have discussed before. The positive aspect is that it will bring awareness quicker and that technology has taken us to new heights with medicine. The negative aspect is that not every nation has sufficient technology to get the word around, and they do also not have technology to foster global healthcare. This will be one of the major hurdles along the way. I do believe that the positives outweigh the negatives. Because so many nations do have sufficient technology, if we all work together, then we will be able to come together as one people and help everyone that deserves healthcare. Overall, this issue, just like every global issue, will be difficult to overcome. We still have a long way to go with public health insurance, but I strongly believe in the people that we are on this earth and that deep down, we all have a need to help our peers. If we are all able to come together and come out of our shells and understand this, we will be able to achieve global health insurance in a much quicker fashion. With this desire and with the help of technology, there won't be anything that we can't accomplish. Thank you and have a great night.